internet, my name is KRYS, and have you ever wanted to yell at a guy, tell him that there's someone in that room is not the best idea, he should just stay and cuddle and give you ammo? We all have. I cry every time. But today, I thought I'll give you guys my top features that I believe need to make its way to the battlefield. Now all these features are available in other games, so it's not impossible. So many of you may have already guessed it. What I was hinting at was the DayZ proximity chat. Now currently in Battlefield 4 we have a squad chat where a select number of teammates who happen to be in your squad can talk back and forth no matter where they are on the map. But sometimes we run into certain situations where the people who are not in our squad are very close to us and we need to tell them something. Whether that be someone's in this room, I think there's a guy on the other side of this wall, or I need ammo, or I need a donut. Doesn't matter. Teamwork is a big part of the Battlefield series, and this definitely is one of my top features that I would love to see come to Battlefield. Another feature that I would love to see borrowed from one of those walking simulator games is the free look. From Arma 3, being able to quickly glance at your surroundings will make an amazing experience on some game modes like Conquest, where it would just be easier to take a quick glance than turning your whole body to check for potential threats, and it's just not a teammate testing out how his gun fires. I would like to just give a quick PSA. Your guns do not jam in Battlefield 4. Your tank gunner rounds do not jam. So there is really no reason to test your gun. It always works. Thank you. I just can't really count the countless amount of times I've been shot in the face by a tank because someone kept ringing the doorbell on the Jeep. Just don't know why. And this is why we need proximity chat, because it will get rid of some of the common features and lack of teamwork, because I can tell that guy easily, stop ringing the doorbell. We're all out of Girl Scout cookies and we show up on the mini map, so please stop. Then cuddle up into fetal position and cry myself to sleep, because the most likely reply is, shut up, you're not my mom. Thank you, teammate. Ouch. But you guys have probably already heard the shoutouts that are in the game, such as there's a helicopter north of your position, there's a Recon east. If they didn't want to put proximity chat in, I think they should do the Call of Duty Ghost thing that Call of Duty Ghost is doing, is where basically if someone is shooting and get a hit on someone, it will automatically shout out their position. So this will take a little bit more voice acting, but I think it will put more immersion into the game. Now of course the Battlefield 4 version I think should be spotting, saying that there's a guy on top of the tower. Very general statements, but it does give you some in-depth and some immersion into the game. Now of course I do still prefer proximity chat over anything, but a step forward is better than a step backward. And I didn't really hear too many shoutouts in Hardline, if any, but then again I wasn't really listening for it. Speaking of Hardline, I would really like to see the take ammo or take health feature in Battlefield 4. Now, you may say, what would make you want to go and buy Battlefield Hardline? Well, I believe that Visual is going to separate Battlefield 4 and Hardline a bit more, especially with the delays. So I think that Hardline can spare one feature that I think really changes the game, and how you don't have to rely on your teammates for everything, because sometimes you go lone wolf, sometimes you don't really have a squad to play with. And even though that Battlefield is all about team play, sometimes you just don't have those players to play with. It's a sad day to be forever alone. It's also a sad day to be a helicopter, and that brings us to our last feature, Below Radar. Now some may claim that Below Radar should have been in the game since launch, and I do side with those people. Now if you're not familiar with Below Radar, it was a feature back in Battlefield 3 where if you flew close enough to the ground, all lock-ons would cease. This was a feature greatly used by experienced pilots, but every experienced pilot knows that if you fly close to the ground, it is very easy to shoot you down. So it was a risk kind of situation where it's either you fly close to the ground, evade the lock, or observe the missile, try to use ECM or some countermeasure and try to escape, Or if you were extremely talented, you will use a combination of both to always evade missiles. And this is where I think DICE started to look at the helicopter and say maybe this is a bit overpowered and only the steel players, and it's not really noob friendly, and everyone should be able to jump in the helicopter and also shoot down the helicopter. And that's why we have so many Stingers and Iglas and everything that is so annoying. I believe the below radar should be brought back. It would help counter the Stinger and Igla spam that we see with the helicopters today. But let me hear your thoughts on anything that I talked about today. If you can leave a rating on the video, that would be much appreciated. Anyway guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys later. Stay right.